Hi Capricorn, welcome to my channel, Lioness Moon Intuitive Tarot. My name is Sarah. Thank you for being here. Today we're going to find out what somebody wants to say to you. Somebody wants to say something to you. What do they want to say to you, Capricorn? You'll know who it is when we find out what's being said. This may be a romantic situation, may not. This is a reading for March 23rd to the 29th, 2025. All right. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so take only what resonates, leave out what does not. All right. What does this person want to say to Capricorn? You were the best thing in my life. This person is telling you you're the best thing in their life. Can we get more on what somebody wants to say to Capricorn? You came closer than anyone. Okay, so you may have seen a side of this person that other people have not seen. Okay. What else do we see? I remember every detail of that day. So there may be something that had gone on between the two of you. Somebody's remembering every detail about it. Could be something good, maybe something not so good. Can we get more? What does Capricorn want to say to this person? What does Capricorn want to say to this person? I look for you everywhere. What else? What else does Capricorn want to say to this person? It was my fault, but I blamed you. So you may be feeling, maybe you did something and are you recognizing fault? Sometimes that card comes out and it's not necessarily for somebody who's recognizing their fault, but it's almost like Spirit is trying to say that there was something that was done here. And please feel free to reverse the roles, by the way, Capricorn, if you feel like the other words were you. If you feel like what I'm saying is your person is you and what I'm saying is you is your person, go ahead and reverse that. I can't stop thinking about you. So it's looking like you're kind of stuck on this person here. You look for them everywhere, and it looks like there's been something that was done here, and it may have been something that you've acknowledged fault for. What is blocking? What is the obstacle here? What is the obstacle here for Capricorn in this connection? Something to do with happiness. There's something about this situation that's blocking happiness. We've got the Sun and the Strength. That's very Leo. You may be dealing with a Leo. And the world represents fixed signs, which Leo is part of that too. So there's something to this. Seven of Wands is also Leo. Lots of Leo here. So it looks like it's going to take a lot of strength to actually allow this to actually close out. What I'm getting here very strongly, Capricorn, is that there may be a certain level of defensiveness that exists in this connection. Now, it looks like you're feeling like you're at fault for something. Either you're recognizing it or you're not recognizing it, but there's something that has taken place here that may be bringing somebody to a place of feeling like they need to be defensive about something. Can we get more on the Sun for Capricorn? Can we get more on the Sun for Capricorn? Something about guilt. Something about guilt about the past. Taking action. Okay, so what I'm so here's what I'm getting here. Is that there is some sort of rectification of something that had gone on in the past that needs to occur. But whatever this connection is, Capricorn, it looks like there is a lot of hope here. I'm seeing the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles. We see the Sun here. The 6 of Cups can represent like strong soul tie connection, and I see the Empress here. So we've got a lot of very, very strong energies here. It does look like there's something that somebody in this connection did, and they may be feeling guilty for it. I'm getting that it could be you. Feel free to reverse the roles if it's not. But there's something that was done, and in order for somebody to make this better, they have to take the action inherent in being able to make that better. Can we get a little bit more, Spirit, on this Sun as the obstacle? One more. Somebody feels guilty about the past here. There's something possibly about a third-party situation. We do have the Karmic card here. That may not necessarily be the case for all of you, but we've got the TikTok deadline card. There's something about time running out. So if this is a connection that means something here to you, there's something that needs to be done here, and it looks like it may have something to do with taking accountability for something. Now, just because it's saying third party here does not necessarily mean that it's a romantic thing. This could have been something that just came between the two of you. But it does look like something can be done to rectify the situation or make it better. But it looks like if it's not done in a timely manner, there's a potential that all can be lost here. You two may be twin flames. This could be a twin flame connection, which is often a trauma bond type situation. Maybe that's why this person feels like you came closer to them than anyone. You may have seen a side of them that others don't get to see often. And sometimes that's not always something that is the most... You may have seen a side of this person that is not exactly favorable. All right. What is the advice here for Capricorn? What is the advice for Capricorn? The Three of Cups. Before I say anything. Okay, so there's been, what I'm getting here is that you're being advised that relational integrity can be restored in this connection. There's something to do with gaining clarity and confidence in this situation to come forward and do this. So what I'm getting here, and this is the challenge here, the challenge could be to gain clarity on what was done here. And it could have something to do with one party having to take accountability for something. It looks like there's been a betrayal here, and it was part of a cycle, okay? This is something that was destined to happen due to somebody holding a certain value in their psyche. There's something about a value system that's being held onto that's causing this, or a cycle to be enacted here. And the result of the cycle and having held on to that mentality has caused some sort of betrayal here. Okay, can we get a little bit more, Spirit, on this Three of Cups as the advice? Anything more on the Three of Cups? The Star. This can be healed. Okay. This might be a twin flame connection for some of you. We did see the card. It's okay, and yes, I do associate the devil with twin flame connection. I totally do. See, look at these two. They're tethered to each other. They're tethered to each other, and a lot of times it's because of the fact that they have, you know how the devil often represents an addiction in this deck? Okay, so what I've recognized is the twin flame connection is that there's this addiction to each other on a chemical level. That's why there's all this chemistry. It's like it just fires and wires all the synapses of your brain. It's like your brain just lights up like a pinball machine and you just can't get enough. Just like a drug. you know? It's kind of what it is. There is the possibility that, here's what I'm getting, okay? Is that there is the possibility of being able to restore this connection. You may need to start out on a friendship level here. This may not be happening right away, but I am getting here that time is running out. This person, somebody's going to end up starting something with somebody else. If this is a breakup that had occurred in the recent past, in a more recent past, and you're finding yourselves both still single, somebody may be moving on. And I don't know if this happens to be the person you're connecting with, Capricorn. If this happens to be this person, they might be moving in a new direction. So if this is important to you, that's just kind of the information I'm getting here. Can we get a little bit more on this Three of Cups? Unconditional. You have unconditional love for each other. Genuine, certain love. You love each other unconditionally. And your advice is to kind of recall and reminisce and consider things about what this love really means to you. Okay? Because there's something about, if you do not try and make this better in a timely manner, it's going to go away. Somebody's going to move on. Somebody may actually need some financial support. There's a reason why that's showing up here, so take that as it resonates. I'm trying to see how that fits into the reading here. That could be how the two of you come together too. There may be something to do with some sort of neediness here, or need for. There may be something to do with finances involved between the two of you that's going to bring the two of you back into each other's graces. What is the outcome here for Capricorn? One more. It looks like something is going to be laid to rest. It looks like you guys aren't going for this. It's almost like you're going to give it too much time. There's going to be a new relationship. Somebody's going to go and get what they want, and it's going to happen quickly. Yeah, somebody's moving on. I'm getting that there's based on the current energies, please don't, an outcome in tarot is never set in stone. I've had so many people say to me, why don't you tell me something about the future? I'm telling you something about the future. Every time I do an outcome in a reading, which is almost every reading I do, there's always an outcome. And it's never set in stone because the future isn't written. So it's like, how am I supposed to tell you about the future when it's not written? I can give you a potential outcome based on the current energies. Based on the current energies, it looks like this is going to be laid to rest and somebody's moving in a new direction towards something new. Can we get something more on this Four of Swords? Somebody's taking a leadership role. Somebody's taking action. This is destined. This is going to be a painful ending for somebody. And somebody's going to be feeling like they are really apologetic. I'm getting here that this is going to be some level of karmic justice for somebody. Now, here's what I'm getting here. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Justice together, I always read that as karmic justice. So whatever it is, whatever pain it is that's going to be experienced by the party that is going to be left behind is likely the same energy that was bestowed upon the person who is moving in the new direction. And that's what I'm getting here. But I do see that there's going to be some level of feeling of betrayal with the Ten of Swords, and some level of potential jealousy as well with the Five of Wands. So, because we've got more energies involved than two. So, somebody's moving in a new direction, it looks like. Can we get a little bit more on this situation for Capricorn? Focused. Eyes for you, fascinated, watching. Somebody is focused. Somebody's focused on moving in a new direction at this time. That's why Spirit's telling you that the time is running out. Time is running out. That you have the potential to restore something with this person, but time is running out, okay? Because this person is focused in a new direction. We see Divine Masculine here, so, and that is the Emperor as well. So for some of you, it could be that you are the Divine Masculine and you're moving in a new direction. For others of you, you could be the Divine Feminine and you are moving in a direction towards your Divine Masculine. It does look like this particular situation has real love in it. Oh, see, I wasn't even looking at this card. Pretending. So, okay, so there's a possibility that whatever it is that somebody's moving on to may not necessarily turn out as they expect. But, and so this situation may not necessarily be completely over, but it does look like somebody's moving in a new direction here. So, anyways, Capricorn. Oh, wait, you know what? I'm not going to finish yet. I'm going to ask Spirit if there's anything else. Is there anything else you want to say to Capricorn about this situation before we wrap this up? Is there anything else? The Three of Swords. There is somebody's moving on. That's what's showing up here. Somebody's moving on. This one wants to come out too because there's been too much. Here's what I'm getting. Somebody's moving on because there's been too much time between the two of you. That's what it is. That's what I'm getting here. There's been time here. Tick-tock on the clock. It's going to, somebody's moving in a new direction. Somebody feels like they have a difficult decision to make. This could be you, Capricorn. Maybe you're not moving towards what you know makes you happy because you feel like you have a difficult decision. And so somebody's going to set the boundaries, cut somebody out, even though they're kind of still holding on. And no, it looks like there's going to be... Okay, so what I'm also getting here is that even when this person moves on, somebody's not letting go of this person. And that there's a very high potential, and I was seeing it up there too, that this will be resurrected. That may be the case for only some of you, but either way, somebody looks like they're moving on. Can we get a little bit more on this Three of Swords, please? Bounty hunter, chaser. Oh, yeah. So once somebody moves in their new direction, that's when the other party is going to possibly want to chase and go towards that person. And they're going to receive crickets, silence. There's going to be no communication. Bye. And this might result in that party looking online to see what's going on with the person who's moved on. So anyways, Capricorn, that is your reading for the week of March 23rd to the 29th, 2025. Thank you so much for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. And until I read you again, take care and bless.